Tur Abdin is a hilly region of southeast Turkey incorporating the eastern half of Mardin province and Sirnak province west of the Tigris, on the border with Syria. The name, Tur Abdin, is from the Syriac language meaning, mountain of the servants. Tur Abdin is of great importance to Syriac Orthodox Christians, for whom the region used to be a monastic and cultural heartland. The Assyrians of Tur Abdin call themselves Shouroi and Suyoy and traditionally speak a central Neo-Aramaic dialect called Turo-Yo. The area may be that of the ancient city and bishopric of Randus, which belonged to the late Roman province of Mesopotamia Secunda. Monasteries. Built from yellow rock, the monastery is affectionately known as Deir di Kirkmo in Syriac, Deir al-Zafaran in Arabic, or Deir al-Zafaran in Turkish. The Saffron Monastery. Founded in AD 493, the monastery was the residence of the Syriac Orthodox Patriarch from 1160 to 1932. Although the Patriarch now lives in Damascus, the monastery still contains the patriarchal throne and tombs of 7 patriarchs and metropolitans. Today the monastery is led by a bishop and a monk and some lay assistants, and is a school for orphans. The Bishop of Morhananyo is also the Patriarchal Vicar of Mardin. His goal is to rebuild the monastery, and to preserve the history of the Syriac Orthodox Church. The Deir di Morhananyo is part of the UNESCO World Cultural Heritage and was visited by numerous celebrities e.g., like Prince Charles. In the center of Tur Abdin, halfway between Midyat and Sisra, is Deir di Mor Gabriel. Built in AD 397, Mor Gabriel Monastery is the oldest functioning Syriac Orthodox monastery. It is the residence of the Metropolitan Bishop of Tur Abdin, 7 nuns, 4 monks and a host of guests, assistants and students. The monastery is charged with keeping the flame of Syriac Orthodox faith alive in Tur Abdin, for which it is as much a fortress as a church. History. The Assyrian presence in Tur Abdin dates back to the 13th century BC, mentioned in the inscriptions of the Assyrian king Adad-nirari, where it was called the Kashiari Mountain. The town of Midyat and the villages of Har, Bigzi-1, Deiro das Libo, Sala, Iwada, Anhil, Kafro, Arka, Beth Sabirino, Maidan, Kerbaran, Binkelb with Morsaman Zeta and Beth Zabde were all important Syriac Orthodox places among with countless other villages. Har has the ancient Id Old Athaloho, the Church of the Mother of God. During the First World War, 500,000 Assyrian people were killed in the Ottoman Empire's Christian genocide and died alongside their coreligionists. In the last few decades, caught between Turks' assimilation policies against Kurds and Kurdish resistance, many Assyrians have fled the region or been killed. Today there are only 5,000, a quarter of the Christian population 30 years ago. Most have fled to Syria, Europe, Australia and the USA. However, in the past few years, a few families have begun to return to Tur Abdin. Recent conflicts on the 10th of February 2006 and the following day, large demonstrations took place in the city of Midyat in Tur Abdin. Muslims angry about the Jalan's post and Muhammad cartoons gathered in Estel, the new part of the city, and started to march towards the old part of Midyat, where the Christians live. The mob was stopped by the police before reaching Midyat. In 2008 a series of legal challenges were made against the monastery of Mor Gabriel. Some local Kurdish villages sought to claim land on which the monastery had paid taxes since the 1930s as belonging to the villages, and made other accusations against the monastery. This led to considerable diplomatic and human rights action throughout Europe and within Turkey. Notable residents: Swedish Minister for Energy Ibrahim Baylan was born in Tur Abdin but left for Sweden in the early 80s.